Positive feedback is one of the most underutilized and free tools you have in your toolbox. In our work with leaders, we don't see them reach into their toolbox and access this tool very often. Absence of positive feedback is another common leadership mistake that we see often with leaders. So we're going to talk today about how to give positive feedback freely and provide a 4-step framework to deliver it confidently and effectively. Hello, my name is Cindy Jansen, and I'm a facilitator and coach with Living as a Leader and Living as a Leader Online. And keep watching, because at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a free bonus for you that you can use to understand and learn more how to give positive feedback. So when leaders are silent on feedback, even the positive stuff, employees, when leaving for work at the end of the day, they're just unsure about how they've performed. They don't know if they are on track or off track, and their mind starts to wander, and they wonder, should I start looking elsewhere? Should I be doing something else? Do I even know what I'm doing? And leaders don't think to look for and give positive feedback for various reasons. They think it's the employee's job to perform. They think the paycheck is feedback enough, or they just don't think about it or have a deliberate plan on how to deliver it. I've had employees share with me that positive feedback makes them work harder and makes them enjoy their job a whole lot more. Recently, there was a leader I coached who was struggling with giving positive feedback to his employee. He didn't think he needed to do it and didn't think the employee needed to hear it. He told me that he had other things to do with his time. After some gentle nudging by me, the leader decided to take me up on my challenge and give positive feedback to his employee. I saw this leader a couple weeks later, and he pulled me aside after a workshop and shared what happened. And he said, I gave the feedback to my employee in person, and he wanted to share with me what his employee's reaction was. He said, after he gave the positive feedback, the employee said to him, "So you do care about me?" The leader said to me, I just didn't realize how important positive feedback is and just how much it means to my team to hear it from me. I guess my time is worth it. Wow. Big impact for a less than 5-minute conversation, I'd say. So let's get you comfortable and prepared with giving feedback so your employees go home at the end of the day feeling good about how they performed or how they stepped up and that you care. And yes, you can and should share feedback with someone who is simply doing their job. So let's talk about a quick 4-step process on how to give positive feedback. So the first step is to determine how you want to deliver the feedback. Is it in person, in writing, whether it's email or a handwritten note, or on the phone? The second step is to be specific about what you are sharing. And I'm going to use an example of an employee doing their job day in and day out. I've worked with leaders through the years who've said to me, "Really, Cindy? Give someone feedback for what they're supposed to be doing?" Yes and yes. So here's an example of deciding to give feedback in person. You can say, "Thanks, Morgan, for meeting with me. And I wanted to get together and thank you for being such a reliable team member. I notice you're here every day. You arrive on time. You say hello and good morning to your team members and consistently work to move our projects forward. Thank you." Now, the third step is to share the impact. So you would follow up by saying, "Because you are here consistently, being kind to your coworkers and handling your responsibility, you've developed a trust with me and the team and are a huge asset to our success." Then you end with an open-ended question. So here's what I would say. If you don't ask a question, then this is a one-way passive activity. Asking a question gives them the opportunity to share some of the things you may not know. So involve them in the conversation. So you could say, "So I want to know, what drives you every day?" Sharing feedback and asking questions makes your employees know that they are valued and appreciated across the company. If this is a struggle for you as a leader, schedule time in your calendar or put a reminder on your phone to give feedback or to look for people doing things well and to give feedback. So let's go back to the leader that I shared or that I talked about earlier. I followed up with him about his employee just to see how things were going. And he said his employee was coming to work early every day, was tending to his team in a more compassionate way than before. Wow. Now, I would say not all of you will have this response when you give positive feedback to your team. They may say, "Oh, not a big deal. It's what I'm here to do, all in a day's work." But what if you could make that impact with your employee in a less than 5-minute part of your day? Because remember, what gets recognized gets repeated. So there you have it, a 4-step process to get comfortable with freely giving feedback. So let's recap those 4 steps again. Determine how you will deliver it, be specific about what you are recognizing, share the impact, and involve them by asking a question. Now, I referred to earlier about a bonus, so go ahead and click on the link before for access to our Feedback Made Easy framework. Thanks for watching and happy leading.